Hello mate, it is the 13th of April. I feel like I need to shave a bit. I don't know, getting a bit hairy down there. I don't know. It's a bit Easter holidays, so I'm not doing anything, so I just lack the will to shave and here and here and here. Even wash my hair, and my hair needs washing right now. I'm in a bit of a state right now, as you can probably tell. It's again, when I don't do anything, I'm more tired than when I do stuff, which is so counterintuitive. It's like, it doesn't make any sense. All I've done in these holidays is gone on driving lesson, and I've driven to Asda and Matalan in my mum's car. Other than that, not much. So yeah, I feel a lot more slacky when I don't do stuff, which, you know, makes sense. But I feel so tired and haven't done anything. It's so weird. I don't know if you feel the same, but yeah, it really feels strange this week. Gone really quickly and I haven't done anything. Then again, no Star Wars celebration kicked off today with its 40-year sort of not really. It's just sort of like the first real George Lucas interview in probably the last few years, actually, which is always good to see. I mean, George Lucas did make a few questionable choices with the prequels, but and the Clone Wars, but he's the one who created Star Wars. I mean, you've just got to, you know, listen to him and what he has to say. And that panel was all really good. But at the very end, when they had that tribute to Carrie Fisher, I was just in floods of tears. I mean, no, I wasn't actually. I did feel a little tear from my left eye, but no, it was really well done, and it should be the start of a great celebration, because I don't know when the trailers are coming out and when the panels are, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's tomorrow that there's the Last Jedi panel. So if that's the case, then yes, give me that trailer. Give Friday, just hurry up. Now, in answer to your question, I don't really look at the future, to be honest. I don't think about it. I mean, obviously I do think about it in the short term. I mean, even the driving test, I don't feel like I've got as much pressure as I have with my GCSEs. Like, I'm actually going into this with my head held high. I mean, the only things I'm sort of worried about are the show me, tell me questions, because those are the only things that you need to sort of draw a bit on memory to answer. I won't usually test them when you're driving. Every time you're driving, you won't have to test you. You test your brakes, but in practical situations, you won't just do it every time you start driving. But yeah, it's much different than anything I've ever done in my life, because this is the first test that, you know, I'm pretty confident for, and in my ability, because I've been driving now for 10 months. I think I should have picked up a few skills. University, FMP, I don't know, I'm procrastinating on that a little bit. I need to work on that a bit harder. University, again, I'm taking it all as it comes. Waiting for them to send me an email regarding my accommodation, and we're going to start doing the finance thing later on in the month when my parents get their P60s, which, whatever that is. I live for the moment. I don't usually look to the future. But yeah, the only thing on my immediate horizon right now is my driving test, which, you know, it's pretty big. But if I fail, hey ho, Pippin dandy. Yeah, and I'll just try again next time. I mean, it did cost me a bit of money, but yeah, it shouldn't take me more than 2 times if I don't do it first time. Now, Matt, this is one of those questions that I'm not sure if I've asked you, because it's one of those questions that seems pretty... You know what I've just realised? Literally just now. Where's the bloody switch for it? I didn't switch on the light, did I? So this last 5 minutes have just been terrible lighting quality. God's sake. And now I can't organise it because now you can see the bloody light over there. So, you know what, let's just do the rest of the vlog as I did it in the first bit. Dark, mince Mars. Anyway, question, yeah. I don't know if I'll ask you this yet, Matt, but I think I may have. Actually, I think I may have asked you this question. Have you thought about driving lessons? I think I may have asked you that already. Let me think of another one. Right, to do with your question, what is on your immediate horizon? And I mean, not half marathon next year, I mean just what you're thinking of, what you're doing in college next term, what you're hoping to do in it, what you're hoping to do in your life in the next few weeks, months. What's on your immediate horizon, like I've just said with me. I'd like to know, because I don't know if I've asked you the driving lessons question already, but yeah, that's my question to you. Right, so today's review is going to be of John Wick. I unfortunately spoke for a bit too long to give a really detailed review, and I'm not feeling up to stuff with my sort of speaking ability. So today's review may not be the absolute finest, but I'll try my best. Right, so John Wick is I don't even think action cuts. Bloody hell, the bag fell off. Let's just fix that later. I don't even think action movie cuts it for John Wick. It's got a pretty slow first 15-20 minutes where you're kind of piecing together who is he, what makes him more the main character, Keanu Reeves as John Wick, but beyond the 20-minute mark, it is literally, next 1 hour 10 minutes is pure gun action. Like, I don't think there's another movie like it. It puts 90s action movies to shame. It puts movies like The Rock to shame in how much action it has, and it's like we are sort of getting back into that sort of time period where there is action everywhere you go. And then there's movies like Kingsman and surely others, like I think I'll top of my head, but I can't think of right now, that are bringing us back to that height of the 90s. But yeah, either way it is. Keanu Reeves plays John Wick, an ex-assassin who's trying to live a normal life but still can't. And after a group of folks kill his dog, unfortunately, the dog sort of got his last connection with his wife who passed away. It's a bit like that's the final straw, and that brings him back into the world of assassin. And they basically say, all the crime bosses, that they are afraid of him, which is a nice change. You don't see many villains be afraid of the hero in movies, and even in the 90s action movies that wasn't the case, so I respect it for that. And on one hand, that kind of makes, the whole rooting for the main character thing a bit redundant, because normally you're meant to fear for the main character's life. In John Wick, I'd say the only fear is really contrived, and he could have got out of that situation so much easier. But in one hand, he could be the villain, the other hand, he could be the hero, but he's the main character, so what do you expect? Keanu Reeves plays his typical, not speaking very much, has a really good look role, which I think that's what he's best at playing. Neo from The Matrix obviously has that, doesn't speak too much. He speaks, but he has much more of a physical presence, and just the way he looks at his enemies and just guns them down, it is really satisfying. And I suppose the storyline in itself, it is a pretty simple storyline, but it does sort of outstay its welcome after a point, and it does get really contrived. There are a lot of characters who feel quite unnecessarily shoved in there just to extend the run length, because to be honest, it could be the length of a TV show, really. It does feel a bit stuffed full of useless stuff to be an hour and a half long. But again, the action is the most important part. It's well shot, well lit, and it is the kind of movie cinematography that makes me happy. It's really good, well shot, this movie, and you can tell there's a lot of effort put into making you feel all the punches, the shots, the chasing, and yeah, it really is there. And even with the lack of notable characters aside from one, it does make you feel something during the action, and I'm a sucker for that stuff. You give me action, I'm just a sucker for it. And yeah, that's pretty much what John Wick is. You need to sit through 20 minutes of okay sort of build up, and then you've got the last 1 hour of quite literally 1 hour of pure gun porn, which to some people may not seem very good, but to others like me, you're kind of like, yeah, bring me that stuff. So it's really tough to give an accurate judgment. It's well shot, is one of the things I'd say, and it is well acted for the most part by all the characters, just not that memorable. And yeah, but there's not really much of a story clinging it all together. You don't fear for the main character, but it is quite funny seeing him get his comeuppance when he tries to be sort of a pacifist. I'd say it is a good time, no alcohol shots required, but in the best way possible. It's a good time if you're into action movies. Now, the sequel I haven't seen yet. I've seen reviews of it and they say it is good, so if it is, I don't think it's still in cinemas. It's probably going to come out on DVD sometime soon, so I may think about that. But either way, thanks for watching the vlog, Matt, and I'll see you on Saturday.